This is Miracles and Science Center for Continuous Personal and Professional Development. Today, the 20th of June. Our daily life lesson today again telling us about our physical body and specifically the eye. The eye is composed of the eyeball, and the eyeball plays a very important function because it is through which the light that comes through our bodies passes, and it has different layers. So the eyeball creates actually a reflection of the world, but at the same time, the creation. So there is a clash between reflection and creation, and this is what the daily life lesson tells us about.
At the Miracles and Science Transformative Center, we transform your life for the better. Sail above life's problems in health, in relationships, in finances, in education, and in general well-being. Join any of our life transformative programs by visiting www.transformativecenter.com.
So in this daily life lesson, we learn that actually when you look at the world through your eyeball, there is a reflection of that particular world. And actually, if you extend it very closely to the eyeball, you'll be able to see actually the world within your eyeball. So the first part of this lesson tells us that actually the eyeball, when we look through it, to the world, we're actually looking at the world. The world is looking at itself because the eye is actually the world, mainly composed of the different constituents of the world. But the other second part that creates the clash now is that what you see through your eye as the world is actually not the world, because that is simply an interpretation of what the eye has been able to bring to you. But the reality is that there's much more than you don't see. Much more you don't see actually through your eye. If you had the eyes of a cockroach, you'd see the world differently. If you had the eyes of a mosquito, still you'd be able to see the world totally different. So what this one tells us is that actually what we see is not the reality, but what the eye has shown us, has interpreted for us. And this is what creates a clash between creation and reflection. So most importantly is that that's why it is said, look at a book, okay? Look at its cover. That cover may not actually tell what is inside the book. That's why they say never judge a book by its cover. And even sometimes you may look at the spoiled milk, but that spoiled milk appears as cream. So spoiled milk sometimes masquerades as cream, and we think it's cream, and yet you look at spoiled milk. So what it means in our daily lives is that sometimes we look at people, and based on the deception of the eye that we're using to look at them, we may make a judgment about who they are not. By simply looking at how they appear, by simply maybe, for example, looking at how they are dressed, we may make wrong judgments about actually what they are. And that's what creates a clash between reflection and creation. Therefore, moving forward, it is important to recognize that the eye has a limitation. Never take for granted what you see. It is important to be able to read between the lines, as an idiomatic expression says, so that you can be able to understand the reality, or to understand much more of what you are seeing and not simply take it by its face value. So this has been our daily lesson for today.